Fresh off a mid-week trip to Abilene, the Red Raiders return for yet another Big 12 home series. The opponent standing in the way of Coach Glasgow's 64th consecutive conference series win are the visitors from over 4,000 feet above sea level, that being Provo, Utah. We're talking about the BYU Cougars. We welcome you to Tracy Sellers Field, home of the #2 team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I'm Brett Ramirez, joined by my partners Cade Welty and Julieta Ortiz. We got Texas Tech softball for you, but first, we got our nation's colors.
And now, fans, we ask that you remain standing and please remove your caps as we prepare to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Today's national anthem is performed by Sierra Mellis.
Beautiful. You know what's interesting this year is like they're getting more and more people to do the Star Spangled Banner. Cool. Like we said a second ago, we welcome you to Texas Tech softball. The #2 ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders taking on the BYU Cougars. So we're gonna start right there. Y'all, this BYU team is coming off a stretch where they went to 15 consecutive NCAA tournaments. Now they're in danger of missing the 5th one in a row. What happened?
You want my honest answer? You've just lost production. When you jump up conferences, BYU is kind of historically known. They're never settled in a conference for long enough, right? When you're making those tournament runs, you were not moving conferences every year.
Yeah.
You're in the WCC. You're hanging out there. You're in the Mountain West for a long time, right? Then you move to the WCC. Then you move to like the PASC, like a weird conference for a year. Then you're not in a conference for a year in 2020, and then you go to the Big 12, right? And the Big 12 is a big jump in softball, Brett. And that's kind of where you've seen the fall off, but it's not a fall off in terms of overall production. 2025, 31-17. 24, 31-21. 23, 35-17. They're averaging 12 conference wins in those seasons as well in Big 12 play. Remember, they're one of the 23 editions, not what Colorado and Arizona State were, which was 2024. They're one of the last additions to the conference. So that's, for them, it's a downside because of how dominant they've been going to tournament play. But it's a harder road now. But Brett, I got to say this. This year, I think you're going to extend that streak to 6. 11-22 overall record is not going to get it done, at least right now in April. Happy April, Brett.
It is the best month of the season. I know I would have said it's March. However, April is the month they gave birth to a mother gave a birth to a fantastic human being. That being my mom. Love you, Mom. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love April. We got full-on stickball season. It's full-on stickball season, Julieta. It's a great time to be a sports fan, even though when most sports are starting to kind of die out. Basketball is almost done. Don't remind me. That's okay. We'll talk about Brigham Young here a little more, Julieta. He just talked about it. You're probably going to extend that streak to 5. 11-22, 2-7 in conference play. They're not playing like.
Right. I mean, BYU enters the season with a challenging record early on, and I think they have struggled to consistently win. And I think I think they're trying to put it all together now and really see what we can do against this Texas Tech team.
And putting it together has been very hard for BYU over the last couple of years. As Cade said, they talked about, those 30-win seasons. They've dealt with injuries for quite a while. And I know Texas Tech fans are like, oh, that's, deal part of the game, right? But that's just how it has been for BYU softball. As we're gonna get the starters out here. I'm gonna give you BYU, and then Kay's gonna give us Texas Tech. Leading off for BYU is Danica Acosta, the best hitter on the team statistically. Lily Owens out there batting second. Haley Schuler at third. In the 4-5-6 spot, we got Lova Brittingham, Haley Morrow, Rita Tavita, 7, 8, 9. We got Townsend, Aruncho, and Fabella.
Yeah, and those Red Raiders, so far, this is the starting lineup via the defense. Starting out in left field, it's going from left to center. Spearman, Davis, Terry is your outfielders. Then from third all the way over to first, you're going to have the usual panel, Haley Toney, Mia Williams, and Jackie Liz, who's kind of inserted herself as being the everyday starter. This is the lineup they've ran the most this year. They're going to continue to run it. Starting in the circle, of course, is Nigeria Candy, and behind the plate, her battery mate, Jasmine Burns.
You know what, Kate, I like that you talk about Jelly, because that's what I was going to highlight before we started, before our nation's colors got in the way of that. Jackie Liss, man, she has been an absolute tear. Talk about Jackie Liss. He's just been named Big 12 Player of the Week, Juliana. Let's talk about it. Batted 8-1-8 to lead the conference. 7 runs, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, all in 4 games.
Right. I mean, yeah, Texas Tech is really dominant, especially when you have a good lineup across the board with a lot of players that are able to contribute and not just a one-star player. I mean, we have a lot of talent on this team.
People are going to say that she was kind of the sleeper pickup you got in the portal. She's showing you that just because she comes from a smaller conference, she makes a big impact. And we are now live, as Kate just showed me, and at 88.1 the Raiders. Shout out to Macy holding it down in the booth this weekend. We couldn't do it without you, Mace. We appreciate it. And as like Kate said, Nyjah Kennedy stepping into the circle now. Nyjah is approaching a massive milestone, Kate.
Yes, she is. I completely forgot what it was. It's blanked my head.
7
Ks away from 1,000. I don't know how I forgot that. I saw the post earlier today. No. I saw everything about it. Sorry, I've been worrying about trying to get everything set up for social.
Oh yeah, you're all good. You're all good.
Because you have to let the people know we're the best softball broadcast in the country happening right here, right now. But I'm curious to see how BYU is going to go against a pitcher like Kennedy, because we'll kind of dive into their stats as the game progresses. But they ranked last in team batting average at 260. So.
As Danica Acosta will step into the plate, goes first pitch hunting. Was it right into Desi Spearman, but she couldn't hold on to it. And that's going to be 2 bases for Danica Acosta to lead off the top of the first for BYU.
You know, Acosta kind of got going quick before we could even talk about her. 354 batting average coming in today's event, 54 total bases, 30 RBIs. Sorry, read the wrong person, but 354 is the only thing that matters there. She, coming into this, was the 44th best hitter in all of Big 12. That's the best one on the team for BYU.
Here's pitch 1 to Lily Owens from Nyjah Kennedy.
You couldn't really find now you can get the rhythm of the game, because there's a bloop kind of hit that pops out of Spearman's glove, and it's going to go down as a hit and a 1-base error.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. That time to Lily Owens. Now, yeah, Daisy Spearman's made some incredible catches over the last couple weeks. Just couldn't get under that one.
Yeah, she's been a dominant player for this Texas Tech team, and I mean, she can play it all and do it all, so it's really exciting to see.
Down the line, it's going to get past Mia Williams, past third base, and Acosta's going to bring home the first run of the game for BYU, and a double for Lily Owens.
Yeah, BYU is a decent offensive team. I mean, they came in scoring 120 RBIs. I mean, sure, you don't think that's a lot, but me and Brett broke it down. They average about 4 runs a game this year. The issue is, which we'll get to in the bottom half, it's pitching that gives them that 11-22 record.
Rare 4 pitches into the game. Nyjah Kennedy's getting a visit at the mound. You've seen Lily Owens saw 3 pitches. She got what she wanted.
I agree. I mean, and I think BYU's best chance is really to stay disciplined at the plate and make quality contact, which is what we're seeing. So,
Yeah, and Brett, I'm going to play devil's advocate for Nyjah a little bit. You can chalk it up as a well-hit ball down the third baseline. That's kind of a blooper. Kind of just takes forever to get going, right? And then you can also talk about the play in the outfield for Spearman. Spearman makes that grab. You don't have the run scored, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm just going to play a little advocate action.
Haley Schuler at the plate now. She sees strike 1 go right down the middle.
And Nyjah's been able to get – Nyjah this year is not – no one's been able to hit her her rise ball. That's the thing that she was patented on, that all the deals on.
As that one's just outside. You have to count 1-1.
But it's the changeup. The changeup Nyjah's trying to add this year. I mean, you were hurt all in the summer with that battling the oblique injury you had at the end of the World Series run. That changeup still is yet to find its real strength.
That one gets out of the hands of Burns that time, and Lily Owens will get to third. No outs, 1 runner in scoring position standing at third, that being Lily Owens. BYU is already up 1. Unorthodox, but you look uncomfortable so far.
This is not an oddity, though. The Red Raiders this year at home have found themselves in Big 12 play at least down a run in the top half of the innings.
Now on popped foul. Jackie Liss is under it to get the first out for Texas Tech.
But I can call back Iowa State would jump on them. No, it would be later in the game, but we saw that in the Arizona series especially. Luckily, the Red Raiders battled back into the doubleheader in those games as well. Teams have been jumping on this team early. If the runs are scored, they're scored early, not late.
Alova Brittingham stepping up to the plate now with 1 runner on, that being Lily Owens. One out here at the top of the first, and that one's a strike right down the middle by Nyjah Kennedy.
Yeah, the catcher utility out of California. In her second year here with BYU. 242 average, 25 RBIs, 7 home runs, and that counts for 9 of her extra base hits.
That one drops just outside the zone. Nyjah's looking at it saying, hey, give me that one, no dice. 1-1 count.
Yeah, and Brittingham, she can send it. Team leader in home runs, tied with Morrow, and 460 slugging. It's pretty quality.
The 1-1, swing and a miss.
I don't think they need to score early on, but hitters like Schuler, Morrow, and Owens, they can definitely turn this game around, I feel like.
Big thing for them, you talk about those 3 specifically, only one of those is a senior. The other 2 are sophomores.
Right.
1-2, big swing and a miss, and that's going to bring down Alova Brittingham. That's a big out for Nyjah Kennedy.
Huge out, almost an undisciplined swing, kind of trying to make something out of nothing. You feel the pressure of the runner on third. You're like, I got to bring him home with 1 out.
The number 2 team in the country.
Yes. They have nothing to lose, quite literally.
Haley Morrow off of the walk-off home run in Game 2 against Kansas. Swing and a miss at that one. She was going yard on that one, let me tell you.
Yeah, Morrow's 368 average, at least coming in on my notes, but then they dropped her down to 307. 7 home runs, 14 extra base hits, and 14 walks. Knows how to get on base a little bit below 500, and that slug is trending towards 850.
That one down the middle again from Nyjah. After that strikeout, Julieta, she's now 6 away from 1,000 for her career.
I mean, it's got to be exciting being her, right?
Trying to get out of this inning.
I'd place to bet she's not even aware.
Probably not. So where this 0-2, though, is here it comes. Chopped foul back into the net. If you're just joining us, BYU, thanks to a couple of an error to second and a double hit by Lily Owens, BYU strikes first.
Yeah, they're on pace to match their extra base hits from last year, by the way.
That one got her looking. Strike number 995 for Nyjah Kennedy will take us to the middle of the first. BYU putting 1 up on Texas Tech, leaving 1 on third.
For BYU, you got to feel very proud of that. You get 2 hits early on Nyjah. This, unfortunately, has become a common thing right now in Big 12 play for Nyjah Kennedy, and that's just starting out slow. You finish great, right? But you find yourself starting out really slow. where you're struggling to get your command. And we haven't really seen Nyjah turn it up.
Yeah.
A 1.33 ERA is fantastic for anyone not named you.
You barely got to 1 in the last game of the season last year, Juliet. Unfortunately, you do lose to Texas, but that's the game that got you to 1 for an ERA.
Right.
So there's another stat I want to bring up. BYU is getting outscored in each inning this year. At the end of the first inning, 30-53. Right now, you're net positive. Juliet, what do you want to see the Texas Tech do right here?
Because BYU, I think they're going to try to put pressure on early, but I think with this Texas Tech team, it doesn't really matter how early they get it. They always find a way to come back, and I think that's just the momentum that they have, and they're dominating. So
Okay,
I think we're going to see probably some of that.
Okay, she talks about dominance. Now you had to talk about the other side of the spectrum, the BYU pitching, and you were excited to talk about this one.
Oh, well, let me this is going to take multiple innings to really discuss that level of deep. 7.36 team ERA. Your starter in the circle is going to be Mares. She's pitched. This will be her 70th inning pitch if she gets through it. This will be her 20th appearance. 7.71 ERA, 2.26 WHIP, 5-7 win-loss. Here's your biggest caveat: 336 opponent batting average when going against.
Maya Davis steps up to the plate. To start the bottom of the second for Texas Tech. Here's the first pitch. Sees that one go right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, Davis came in today batting .472. Had a 2-home run game last time here in Lubbock on a Sunday afternoon. Me and Brett loved to call that game in the pink unis. So
nice.
She's 19 extra base hits, which is good for second on the team. Only behind Williams, who is 26. Who will be batting third today. We have a bit of a break here, Brett. I think the pitch clock. We've seen this.
Happens like.
Are we hacking the other team?
Honestly, it's happened like 3 times in the last week. Here's the 0-1. That one just above the zone. Can you have the count at 1-1?
Yeah, BYU is a pitching staff. They've already walked. They walk more than they strike out. They've passed their team in walks allowed compared to last year. 144 to 135. That's your 26 totals to 25 totals right there.
That one down and away. Count now in favor of Maya Davis at 2-1.
Yeah, minus is 62 walks in 69 innings pitched coming into today.
And 28 RBI, and I think she really makes this lineup tough to navigate.
Absolutely, and she'd like to get on base here with a hitter's count now. Call your shot, Julieta. What does Maya Davis do here?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I think with Maya Davis, you can always count on something to happen here.
You can count on her
and
getting walked to first, like right on cue.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be her 12th walk on the year, and that's. You would think, oh, maybe that's team lead. That's nowhere close to the team lead. That's how much this team walks. The Red Raiders just hit their 50th. Sorry, not 50th. Well, 166th walk on the season. They walked only 176 times last year. Bit of a different change of pace. You can't challenge these hitters because they'll take you yard when you do.
Caitlin Terry sees ball 1. She's going to do like she always does, the sweep of her hand, saying, I don't like the pitch. KT now on a 24-game hit streak as we're going to have a pitchers meeting in the circle.
And see both teams, top of the first and the bottom of the first, going into a little circle meeting. But since we have time, let's do a little breakdown here. And Caitlin Terry just talked about 24 games in a row with a hit, continuing that program record. 538 average. It's top. That's good for, of course, I had it right here, and now I lost it. So give me about 1 second to find it for you. That's good for 4th in the country. Of course, #1 in the Big 12. 6 home runs, 16 extra base hits, and an on-base percentage above 600. There's a reason why your average is where it's at.
Doesn't like that pitch again, and she's right. Down and away. 2-0 count now for KT.
Gotta love the hand swipe. 35 RBIs, not a lot for your 2-hole hitter, but it's Caitlin Terry. Her job is to get on base and then strike opponents out.
Maya Davis standing at first in the track position. Here's the 2-0. Down again. 3-0 count for KT. Now, if I'm Mares, Julieta, I don't want to give her a pitch to swing at, but I don't think walking her is much better.
I agree. I mean, she is someone that you definitely have to look after, and she's going to do it every time. So it's definitely probably scary out there.
She finally sees ball. She finally sees strike one. You're going to notice right there, Kay, she didn't do the hand swipe. She wanted to swing at that one, just couldn't quite find it.
It's a good take. I mean, it was a borderline strike as well.
The 3-1. There goes Maya Davis. They're not even going to let her. It's going to be a walk. KT will advance to first. Maya has seen 2 hitters. She's walked 2 hitters.
Well, it's going to continue that trend. There's a reason why you have a 2.26 whip, and you're theoretically the team's ace. I put air quotes on that for you people who are not watching on YouTube.
Well, you take down arguably the best hitter on the team, send her on a walk, and then you bring up Mia Williams.
Yeah, well, we have this little time on the field. I have a really funny thing to point out. BYU, in their stat book, prided themselves on how many double plays they turn. Take a guess where they rank in the Big 12 in defensive fielding.
I know it. Julia, what do you think it is?
Ooh.
You got 16 teams.
Well, not all of them have a softball program.
This is true.
It's 11. It's true, total.
I'm a fraud. Ball 1 to Mia Williams.
You have a guess?
I do not.
You should
probably
give us a number. Just give us a number.
Ooh. Defense? Is that?
Ball 2 to Mia Williams. Maya Davis took off from second. She's going to go back. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, no, like, in their stat thing, they talked about how they turned a bunch of double plays. Where do they rank in the Big 12 in defensive fielding percentage?
On a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like a number.
I actually don't know, but if I had to guess, maybe benefit of that, let's do 5.
10th. So, bottom of the barrel besides Houston. There's only one program worse than them right now. But they did turn they turned 4 double plays against Kansas. I mean, and they have a top 15 battery in terms of throwing players out.
7 straight balls for Gianna Matis. She might load the bases here with no outs and give Jackie Liss another chance to go yard. Now, I'm not a pitching coach, but I don't think that's what you want to do here. As here's the pitch 3-0, and she gets strike 1.
You can kind of see the facial expression there from Matis. It looks difficult. It looks unhappy. It looks annoying. It's kind of the really.
The 3-1. Just outside the zone, and the bases are loaded. And, of course, it has to go to the Big 12 Player of the Week, Jackie Liss.
What a breakdown of her.
Yeah, go ahead.
818 batting average, led the conference last week as the senior scored 7 runs. Hit 3 home runs and drove in 8 of them in that 4-game set. Of course, broke the record for most home runs. And then on the season, she's batting .463. That average has climbed almost a full point. Almost a month ago at this point, she was in the 370s.
So here's the first pitch. Is going to be a strike out of the hands of Kaya Fabella, but no harm, no foul, ball 1.
Yeah, and 80 at-bats, 36 RBIs. On-base percentage a little above .540, and that slugging trending at around .870. 16 extra base hits, 8 home runs.
The 0-1 to Liss. That one gets away, and it's going to bring on the first run, that being Maya Davis. Texas Tech on the board with 2 runners in scoring position. Errant catch by Kaya Fabella.
Yeah, I mean, when you have multiple hitters with power and on-base ability, that's how these big innings really start going.
Yeah, Brian, you said that you want to talk about Liss, and I think it's a great time to talk about it. She's really hard to put away as well. She grinds out at ABs, and she has the power and the bat ability to put the ball wherever it needs to go. And you're going to see that right here.
The 1-1. That one drops into the zone. Nasty change-up that time.
Manas, that changeup is working really well. The issue is she can't find the control of it. It dips a little too much drop on it. Maybe an increased velo would kind of help that settle.
1-2. Slapped back into the net. She's going to keep in there at 1-2. If you're just joining us, an errant catch by Fabella played at home the first run for Texas Tech, that being Maya Davis. 2 runners in scoring position here at the bottom of the first. No out. Tie ball game. Yes, here's the 1-2 from Mates to Jackie Liss. That one just outside the zone. She wanted that one, Kate.
Modest wants anything to go her way right now.
Fair enough.
The walk to Williams was the biggest shrug of disappointment I've seen a pitcher give this year.
2-2. Slapped right at the shortstop. She's going to make a play at first in time. Throw to third, not in time. And that's going to bring home Caitlin Terry. It's going to be a ground out RBI for Jackie Liss.
Okay, Brett, we've seen this a lot of times this year. The Red Raiders struggle against off-speed pitching, so when they do, they revert back to the Glasgow way, I've penned it. Sacrifice outs, doing the little things, kind of scratching across 5 runs. You're kind of seeing that here early with 2 across the board.
That'll bring on TP, that being Taylor Panel. She's going to see strike 1.
See, Modest has done better since walking 3 straight batters. She's getting ahead early, getting ahead in the count 1-0. Panel 374 average, 5 home runs, 13 extra base hits, and slugging it on base around the same number.
0-1 well outside that time. He's going to even up the count at 1-1.
How many total bases does Panel have? 67.
Oh,
fair
yeah,
number,
that's
right?
That's not my favorite. No, that's your favorite number. Slaps that one down the line at third. We picked up, thrown across the diamond. Great catch there by the first baseman, Harinsho. Not before Mia Williams is able to get home for the 3rd run for Texas Tech.
By the way, with that Williams walk, that put her at 101 total bases.
That's your 3-hole hitter, by the way.
It's more than Maya Davis.
Jazzy Burns into the plate now. Calls for time.
It's a smart time. Modest is in a groove in first pitch at least. She's kind of in a groove in general, getting 2 straight ground outs. Now she's been attributed a run with it, but still.
Sees strike 1 that for Jazzy Burns.
If you look at Modest's stats, it's on page right now. 7.71 ERA, 2 WHIP. We've seen that here in the first inning. We haven't allowed a big hit to get you yet.
That one outside the zone on the right side, 1-1.
Burns 348 average, 12 walks on the year, 11 extra base hits, 7 home runs. This is her 70th at bat.
Hit right back at Montes. Good catch there by the shortstop. Back to first. Beautiful 6-2. Excuse me, 6-3. And that'll get BYU out of the inning. Not before giving up 3 runs to Texas Tech. And the first inning woes continue for the Cougars.
I feel a bit of a fraud a little bit. I talked about how they struggled defensively. They made 3 really well played ground outs because they made the right read. They didn't try to force out at home when there was no chance. We saw that last week, Julieta, with Iowa State. They made a bunch of mental errors. And that's kind of how this team can beat you in multiple ways. We talk about the Glasgow way, Brett. That's 3 runs on the board. You scratch them across. But BYU, they can take it back to them and say, well, we didn't allow a hit. You have a no-hitter going.
Yeah, and I think BYU, their pitchers, they just need to locate strikes to prevent these big innings happening, and I think that's kind of what we're trying to see here.
We're about to see Rita Tavita. Cade said that's his favorite name to say.
It just rolls off the tongue
Rita
a little too well.
The freshman. That's another thing I wanted to bring up going into this. Let's look at the batting order for BYU. You're going to notice only 2 seniors. And Kate talked about losing production. You only have 2 seniors starting, whereas you have 4 sophomores and 3 freshmen.
Right. I mean, I think, but doesn't matter, I think, in the sense, because if they're performing, then they're performing well, and I think it's really nice to see them develop over the years and what that's going to look like for them, especially being early on and already being successful in that.
And Brett, I don't think we've done a disservice to the people listening where we haven't done a uniform matchup yet.
This is true.
The Red Raiders in the all-white pinstripe look with the red accent numbers. And BYU in an all-black uniform with blue lettering, a white outline on that, and then high socks with a double stripe, and then the nice royal blue batting helmet.
I love the blue batting helmet. It's fantastic. I also love that swing and a miss there for Nyjah Kennedy, 0-1.
Yeah, Tavita, 283 batting average, 2 home runs, 7 extra base hits. She was the Utah Gatorade Player of the Year in 24-25, a true freshman from Salt Lake City, Utah.
This is softball. And she swipes that one down foul. It doesn't that over the BYU.
She's a player to watch for the next couple of years because you talked about losing production. BYU doesn't lose people in the portal either. They do a really good job keeping production in-house. They're a lot like Iowa State.
I was just about to say that.
Where they manufacture their production by development. So Tavita is a name for you softball goers to kind of watch out for the next couple of years.
0-2, swing and a miss. Kennedy says, I'm watching out for her, and I'm watching her walk back to the dugout. 4 more strikeouts for Nyjah. Yep.
You saw the difference between a senior and an elite level pitcher and a freshman making her first full season. You talked about strikeouts, Brett. And I don't have the stat. I was going to pull it up. I forgot it. I forgot to write it down, so I'll find it in a second.
Townsend sees that first pitch go right to center field into the glove of Maya Davis, and she was retired on the first pitch. 2 outs now for the BYU Cougars.
I didn't even get a chance to talk about Townsend's stats, so we won't. We'll wait until the next time she bats.
Nyjah said, no, y'all can do that in like 2 more innings. You're fine.
But we'll bring up
Now batting number 5,
Yorincho.
Rincho her.
167 batting average, Brett. That's actually good for one of the last in the Big 12.
One of those freshmen. She sees strike 1 there. I'll have a little elevate a little detail on Yorincho when we get to the next break. It's interesting. She comes from a royal lineage of BYU Cougars. Or Cougar, I should say. And here's the 0-1 to her. Swing and a miss. That one almost hit the dirt from Nyjah, and that's showing you the kind of the anxiousness of the freshman that time.
There's a reason why you rank almost dead last in qualified batters this year in the Big 12. Not trying to hate on the freshman, but
0-2, swing and a miss. Got her again with the changeup that time. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the second. Julieta, you're going to notice right there the inexperience of Yorincho, but that also tells Nyjah Kennedy she can try out some stuff.
Right. I mean, definitely, because if they are to hit and limit their walks, I think that's going to have to force the pitchers like Nyjah Kennedy to really work harder so that it opens up. And I think if they have patience and they're consistent with contact, that would be the best path for them to stay in this competition right here.
Remember Yorincho, her aunt, Daniela, holds the record for most doubles in a season, single game RBIs, and 80 hits. Those are all 3 records in a single season for BYU. That is her aunt, who played from 04 to 08.
80 hits is the record?
I believe so. You look over there, no one has anything close.
No, I'm looking at Texas Tech to see who's close to be on track for that. It's Maya Davis, that's 59, arguably. 80 hits is a pretty tough task because I know they didn't make a deep run that year.
But it doesn't matter.
But still, because that means less at-bats. I'm giving her even bigger props. 80 hits and even less of chances is a...
Following in Aunt Daniela's footsteps, she's now a BYU Cougar. Think about it, 2008. That's 18 years ago. And if you see the picture of Daniela on the BYU website from her like nowadays, she still looks young. As we have a little bit of a...
Me and Brett were doing some stat work for this game, mainly Brett, but he decided to share with the class while doing it. We found some really fun facts that I think we're going to try to...
We're going to get to them.
We should get to them. Did you write them down?
I wrote a couple of them down.
Okay, good. I hope you wrote down the ones I remember. But what hopefully teams don't want to remember is what Desiree Spearman has done to them recently. 381 batting average, but that doesn't tell the whole story. It's been a complete momentum shift for her and how she's approached the plate. She looked lost to start the year. She hit that home run in not the Clearwater Classic, but it was the Clearwater Classic.
Yes.
She hit a home run there. It kind of got things going for the transfer.
You're gonna notice right there, she gets a strike that time, but she swings that every day of the week if it is the first 10 games of the season. That the Jeannie McHaney Classic really taught her to be patient. Because again, it goes back to, yes, you were playing lower opponents, but it's also giving you a chance to hone in when you're at the plate. So here's the 0-1. Doesn't like that pitch. She gets 1-1.
It's really hard to find your rhythm if you don't see pitches. You get Newsflash, you get guaranteed 3 pitches every at bat.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so when you're swinging at the first one, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Swings and misses at that one. Falls into the plate that time. 1-2 for Tracy Spearman. And you know, I like how you say you need to see pitches. Coach Glasgow has used 31 different lineups in 37 different games. He's going to try new stuff. He's going to give you the opportunity. You have to take advantage of it. And that's what Desi Spearman's done over the last month and a half. Here's the 1-2. Leans over the plate again, gets ball 2.
I do want to point out, though, that lineup is also, some of those are changes just from where they're batting and batting order, but at least starting on the defensive field, he's really found the lineup that's going to carry this team far.
The biggest change, as we have the 2-2 here, swing and a miss. Hits her down, and a big yell from Kaya Fabella. That's got to feel good for Mares.
Well, you talked about earlier, and I want you to kind of talk about that set. Mares against Hawaii.
She had 12 strikeouts. You saw the absolute best of her, and then you saw the Arizona series. I'm not going to go into exactly what her ERA was, but it wasn't good, ladies and gentlemen.
There was 3 numbers before the period.
And the next one there was 2. As here's the first throw to Haley Toney. That one down and out of the zone for ball 1.
This is the first time since walking 3 straight batters that she's not been ahead in the count. You know she got 3 straight putouts since then, or sorry, 4.
Haley Toney homered her last game, the midweek game against ACU, excuse me. She chops that one foul down the first base line.
I think their batting team really tops in the conference, and it looks explosive overall. So it's really exciting to see here.
Even count for HT. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
She hates herself for swinging at that one.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to the Arizona series, Cade. We talked about they don't get many strikes. You're kind of seeing BYU do the same thing. They want to get you out on the ground. Swing down the first base line, picked up by Yorincho, steps on first easily. Now 2 outs for Texas Tech.
When you throw a lot of off speed and your pitching staff doesn't have the put out stuff, quite frankly, you're going to have a high team ERA in the Big 12 because there's a lot of quality hitters. But there's not a lot of teams who love to mash the fastball. Most teams' deficit is not being able to mash the fastball. It's actually the opposite for the Red Raiders.
Lauren Allred up now. Cade says the prettiest swing in sports.
Yeah, and that swing's carried her to a 322 batting average. And this will be her 60th at bat of the season. 19 RBIs, only 3 home runs. That walk-off, though, against Arizona.
Yorincho gets it past her, dives for it to Costa, but she's not able to get there. Finally picked up by Schuler down on the third base side, and that's going to be a single for Lauren Allred.
That's her first hit of the game. You were having a no-hitter happen actively against you.
Now that will bring up the top of the order, that being Maya Davis.
And I do also want to make a point, Brett. They just played Tuesday. They're used to playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They only had a day off in between, and you had to travel that day. So you could see some sluggishness coming from the Red Raiders as well.
That one down and away for ball 1. Now, Julia, we talked about it a little bit. Now this is kind of out of the realm because first base is not in scoring position technically, but Maya Davis loves RBIs.
Yes. I mean, you can see that in the way she plays every single time.
See it in her stance right now, really digging in with her knees. 1-0, that one high and away for ball 2. Just joining us, Texas Tech 2 outs here at the bottom of the second. 1 runner on first, that being Lauren Allred. Maya Davis, first time through the order for Texas Tech. They lead at 3-1. Here's the 2-0, down and away again.
I feel like they're pitching around Davis after really since game 2 of Iowa State, she became back the Maya Davis we knew. A lot of fans and writers are petitioning for her to receive the next golden ticket for the ASUL draft.
Coach Glasgow's right there with you, but that's going to be a 4-ball walk for Maya Davis. And now we'll bring back on KT.
KT doesn't bring in a run here, by the way. You talk about how BYU's been outscored in every inning. You would be nodded, even.
Even with Maya Davis hitting 10 doubles and 3 triples, the golden ticket, that's definitely the question. I know Coach had some words to say about that.
First to KT, that one dropped just below the zone, but KT swung at it anyway, 0-1. 2 runners on for Texas Tech, 2 outs here, bottom of the second. One in scoring position, that being Maya Davis. The 0-1 shows bunt, goes past her through the legs of Kaya Fabella.
Yeah, the
The
exact stats on this, Brett, are a little bit old, but the thought is still there. She's arguably the most valuable player in the country. First in hits in her career at 307, 753 at-bats, that's first, and 128 stolen bases at the time. That's also ranks first.
That one popped up just outside of the infield. Morrow says, I got it. She does, and that's going to end the inning for Texas Tech. No runs. You're right, Kay. They knotted up.
You're seeing we saw this against Detroit Mercy. Now, why am I talking about that? That's the first time you saw a predominantly off-speed pitcher. You only played in 9 runs. Oh, no. Only 9 runs. How could you? Well, that was the team who then, in the last 2 games before that, had 40 runs put on 2 different teams. So the fans are not happy with that. But you're kind of in the point in the year, Leota, where you just have to win. Nobody really cares about how you're winning. Sure, the polls matter. If you're is it top 4 teams or top 5?
I believe it's top 4.
If you're a top 4 team, you host all the way through the Supers. So you just need to maintain that.
Or is it 6?
6, I think.
I think it's 6. 12 are hosts, 6 get, yeah.
So, yeah, you just need to be top 6. If you don't lose the rest of the year, no matter how you win, you're going to host through Super.
You're our number 7 RPI right now. So you're right there.
But you're number 2 in all the polls.
Yeah, you're number 2 in every single poll in America. You're waiting for Texas to slip up, but then again, Texas is also waiting for you to slip up so they can stabilize.
And also to not discredit the Big 12, but the Big 12 is not as high quality this year. It's a one-horse race being with Texas Tech. Your next closest team is Arizona, who you dropped a goose egg on in Game 1 that Friday. But then you run on that doubleheader and you just dominated them.
You run-ruled both those games to say, all right, fine, we got punched in the mouth. That was the first time you really saw this team be like, all right, we showed our absolute worst. Let's get back out there and do our job.
Yeah, third in the conference is 6-3 in conference play, and 25-10. It is a steep drop-off.
And that Kansas team lost to this BYU team.
Yeah, you have multiple teams who are under. You have 2 teams who are under 500 this early in the Big 12 season. But you have a lot of teams who are just 500 in conference play. And it's like I said against Iowa State, and I'm going to say it again: you shouldn't go to 7 against these programs. Are you trending for it right now, Brett?
We're trending for right now at the top of the 3rd. BYU trying to get something on the board. Now, we're going to go through every single inning and say how much they're losing by. So we didn't do the second. They were down 17-32. That's the innings, the points they've given up each inning. 3rd is almost right there at 17-26. As for Bella, she's that first pitch ball.
Yeah, homecoming for her. Or closest you can be to home. Fort Worth, Texas native. 227 batting average for the freshman. 4 at-bats. And her 4th.
And a black belt in Taekwondo. And she slaps that one back into the net. For Keller High School.
Yeah, my favorite accolade she got was 3-time Dallas Morning News All-Area.
That is sick.
Very specific thing to be All-Area in.
A 1-1 swing and a miss that time from Kaya Fabella. You know my favorite thing about like the Dallas? Who is from Houston? So I got to explain this a little bit. So the way Dallas sports does it, they do a show for high school sport, and they give you like their MVP of the week. They give a bobblehead.
Wow.
Swing and a miss again, and that's another strikeout for Nyjah Kennedy. 3 more.
She's at 4 today.
Yeah. She's at 4 today.
Sorry, I was confusing you with what number I was holding up.
No, you're good.
I'm doing the reverse countdown. I'm doing how many she's gotten already.
3 more for Nyjah, and that hits 1,000 for her career. Check swing that time from Acosta back at the top of the lineup, 0-1.
Just kind of want to mention how hard it is to get to 1,000 strikeouts. The highest level pitcher averages about 300 a year.
There are 900. There's 2 players with over 950. That being Nyjah. Swing and a miss again from Acosta. I do not remember the name of the other player.
I'll find it for you. Like last year, the team as a total had 432. Team as a total. That was a team that accumulated a lot of strikeouts with that pitching staff.
Costa playing aggressive here. Here's the 0-2. Slaps it foul well over the netting. Goes past into near the parking lot. So we can't say bring a glove to the game just yet. No one could catch that one. So Acosta staying in. There's going to be the fourth pitch she's going to see at this at-bat. One out, top of the third for BYU. Down in this one, 1-3. Here's the 0-2. That one in the zone, strikeout. 2 more for Nyjah.
There's a lot of pitchers who have over 1,000 strikeouts. Just letting you know. So when you said a specific name, were you talking about all time or current?
Current. There's 2 current players with over 950. So we'll bring back on Lily Owens. That one down and away into the zone. A little face palm that time, Julieta, from Nyjah. Just knew she just got out of the zone that time. 1-0 Lily Owens, like Cade said, averaging 315. That one almost hit her in the elbow.
Yeah, what did Lily do when she was in 2nd grade? Was it 2nd grade?
Lily Owens?
Yeah, what did she do?
That was someone else. else.
Okay.
That one finally finds the zone. 2-1 now for Lily Owens. Lily Owens, transfer from Lehigh. Former Mountain Hawk, started all 55 games with them. Now a senior here at BYU. Here's the 2-1. Swung down, went into the BYU dugout. One of the coaches had to move out of the way. So the count will even up 2-2. Changing the stance a little bit as Owens has the bat perched up on her right shoulder.
I could not find it during a quick search, so.
That's all right. 2-2. That one high and away for ball 3. Now you got a full count. K, what are we looking at here?
You're actually 1 strikeout away. BYU has 6 total strikeouts today.
Oh.
You get 1,000 right here.
Okay. And that's exactly what it is. 1,000 career strikeouts for Nyjah Reed-Kennedy. You're witnessing history at Tracy Sellers Field, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you look at that? Profit strikes again. I had a really good chance to get that right, but also a fun way of getting your 1,000 strikeouts, because there you're going to play on the board. You get out of the inning doing it, so you don't have to wait until after the inning to celebrate. You can immediately get the raw emotions. Now, of course, the crowd is on their feet. A round of applause.
Burns went over to Nyjah herself and gave her that strikeout ball she got.
Well, now we can play a fun game, Brett. Who will she pass on the all-time leaders list?
This is a good game.
She needs
one more congratulations to Nyjah Kennedy.
She gets
Ellen Renfro.
6 more today. She will pass Ellen Renfro, a Lady Bull from 2011 to 2014.
I know Ellen Renfro.
That would also pass Sarah Hamilton from FSU and from 08 to 11.
Don't tell Tim. Texas Tech. Where do you? Okay, well, Julieta, we'll play this game. Where do you think Nyjah Kennedy stands in the history of Texas Tech athletics?
Ooh. I have my answer. Quick and easy.
In the history, okay.
Is she top 10, top 5? Is she 1? Is
she has to be at least top 5, top 6,
okay.
maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Just players, correct?
Yes. No coaches, just players.
Just players.
She's 3rd.
Behind who? Or do you not have that one?
I do.
Okay.
Crabtree's 1.
Okay. 2-time Bolina Cup winner. Okay.
Yeah, and he did as a freshman and a sophomore. Broke freshman records. Could say Mahomes.
Okay. Okay. Here's the problem I have with that.
He didn't play well. he played great, but didn't play.
Didn't really accomplish anything. Yeah. You put JT top?
I can't put JT second yet.
Is she second? Is she second? Is Nyjah second? If she wins a national title here, I think
she'll move to 2nd or 1st if she wins it this year.
If she wins the national title, I think she's 1st. Speaking of 1, here's Mia Williams wearing number 1. She sees that one almost hit her head, ball one.
Still want her to bring back the Gator Chomp. Just for one home run, I want to see you hit the Gator Chomp. That's all I want. One home run for a Gator Chomp.
We all know the real answer is Jack Francis. Pretty handedly. Swing and a miss from Mia Williams. This is a good matchup. This is number 1 versus number 1, Modest and Mia Williams. As the count will even up, it says at bat 1, ball 1, strike 1. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Here's the even count. Ball 2.
Fans just now listening. Brett decided to call a whole game in binary code. 11100 111.
I just don't think I'm hungry. 2-1. That one blasted. Is it going to get down? Just foul out of the park. Oh, and that time Lily Owen slammed into the wall. She gave that one a ride, Kate.
Heck of an effort there from Owens. She also moved the gate that you can use to get in over there.
I didn't give my answer. I think she's 2. I think you're right. I think it's Crabtree, Nigel Kennedy. That's close. It's close.
Maybe one of the goalkeepers from Texas Tech for women's soccer.
Madison White, something like that.
Madison White or Macy Blackburn.
Macy Blackburn's up there.
I feel
Jared Culver, JT Toppin.
I feel comfortable playing Niger too.
Here's the full count. Swing and a miss, and down goes Mia Williams on the changeup again, Kate.
It's this team's biggest thing is they can't read it until like halfway through the game. They kind of, you've seen, they have one hit. They have less hits than BYU does, and outside of the bases loaded walk, you want to play the bad side of this, you could be down 1-0 and being no hit.
Jackie Liss up to the plate now, talking about you need a hit. This is the person to get it to you right here. That one in the zone, 0-1.
Modest has really settled in well, and I think she's taking advantage of the fact that the Red Raiders are going to see pitches. Now the issue is they're looking foolish on a couple of these changeups.
It's going to be ball 1 for Jackie Liss. And we didn't even mention a bunch of different. You have Ludwig Aberg. He's up there.
He is, but we're talking about accomplishments when being a Red Raider.
Jackie Liss slaps that one out of the park.
Because if we did stuff after graduating, I think this list would be completely different.
Especially
if you put Cody Campbell, because theoretically he played here. Like, you know, you could get, he was an offensive lineman.
He was. I'm just saying, I'm talking about athletic achievement.
Well, but I was saying the
pockets.
caveat was saying if you left here, what have you done?
I guess.
I was agreeing with you.
Here's the 1-2. That one down and away, evens up the count. 1 out here for Texas Tech in the bottom of the 3rd. Whole lot of zeros lately. Julieta. Looking for something here. Wind pushing to the left side of the field. 2-2. Last that one, and ladies and gentlemen, that one is, she stumbled. Haley Schuler as Jackie Liss might get.
We're going to get inside the park home run.
Inside the park homer. It's going to be close. Safe is Jackie Liss at home. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
And that is an inside the park home run on the stumble in right field by Haley Schuler.
Well, of course she's the one to break the record. Now she gets her 9th home run on the season. They count as a hit.
Yep.
They count as a home run.
Because that ball did not leave her glove. It just
no. Schuler fell down.
I mean, yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, you talk about all the time about the dirt in infield being suspect. You didn't talk about the outfield.
You know, maybe that's why the defensive rating is so low. It's not the infield for this team; it's the outfield. That reminded me of Adolis Garcia with the Phillies earlier this week.
He went 0 for 4. Taylor Panel check swing, that one high and away.
Oh no, I'm talking about the error he had.
Oh, okay.
Losing in the sun.
Oh, I know. I tried to make the Rangers fans feel a little satisfied. Are you an Astros fan, Leetta?
I am.
You can say it. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you got to support Houston in every way, and that does include the Astros.
To the panel, flies out. Danica Costa gets under that one, and that'll end the damage.
Now, going back to your question about greatest Red Raiders, there has to be a question, where does Baron Morton rank? Theoretically, a 3-year starter. Brought you your very first ever Big 12 championship.
I could give him top 25.
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, no, I get it.
He's talking about accomplishments.
Jazzy Burns goes first pitch hunting. That one back and into the netting. Coach Glasgow likes it a little bit, though. He likes the aggressiveness.
Where's like B.J. Simmons rank? I mean,
Simmons. Graham Harrell.
Yeah, this is a wormhole. I don't know if I want to go down.
Keenan Evans, Andre Emmett, Tony Petit. Jesse Burns gives that one a ride out of the park. Foul. Oh, got to bring a glove to the game. The assistant couldn't hold on to that one. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Darvin Ham.
0-2 for Jazzy Burns.
We'll get back to softball, though.
So you knew that one was coming to the dirt. 1-2. How often do you say inside the park home run, man?
I think that's the second one I've ever called.
You ever called?
And I've done this for 3 years.
In all my years. 1-2 to Jazzy Burns. That one away. You don't have to count 2-2.
What I've noticed is if Matas works quick in the pitch clock before 10 seconds, it's a strike usually. She lets it go down under 10 seconds, it's not a strike. Here's it right at 10.
And one time it was. You're absolutely right, kid. Gets Jazzy Burns retired, and that's going to end the damage for BYU. Take us to the top of the fourth.
I don't mean to. That's what I noticed. Every time it was a ball, Matas worked quick. And Julieta, every time she worked deeper, every time she worked quick, there was a strike. Every time she worked deeper in a pitch clock, it was immediately a ball. Right. We've kind of seen BYU screw up the timing of the Red Raider offense.
Right. I mean, I think one of BYU's challenges has been to limit the runs early on, but I mean, it seems like they're holding it down a little bit. Definitely want to stay patient in the circle.
Cade. So let's take into account this inside the park home run. It's nothing that you did. It's what Schuler did in the outfield. If that doesn't happen, you're looking at it's still 3-1.
If you want to talk about it doesn't happen, we can go all the way down to the goose egg.
That's your second hit of the game, and it's kind of like how Iowa State played in that last game of that series. A lot of them was just self-induced errors. There's nothing really you did. If Maya Davis, if that first baseman's down there at that line, that's an easy ground out.
But then you get the runner home, I think. So, but you also, if you're Texas Tech, you're going, well, we aren't asking them to make it easy for us. So that's why you can't take away from it, but you also can't really give them credit for it. You know, you're not. Recently, you have not been dominant. You did in the final game against Iowa State. That's how you haven't been like killing them. But it's still high level. It's still Power 4 softball. There's Gatorade Players of the Year on this respective team for BYU. That's out of the entire state of Utah.
You got a player from Duke who played in a super regional.
So, you know, you can look at it all different type of ways, saying, well, they're not beating you; they're beating themselves. That's another strength for the Red Raiders, is that they don't beat themselves. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to beat a team who doesn't give you any rest. Because Tech could have given up in that first and been like, oh, looks like BYU's going to hit a couple hits on us. Oh, well. They didn't.
0-1 to Schuler down the middle. And speaking of Duke, Haley Schuler is the one that transferred from Duke, a ranked team last year who played in a regional, came in to pinch hit an RBI that forced a winner-take-all game against Georgia, which they lost. Sorry, Blue Devils fans, if you're listening. 0-2.
Interesting stat note here. BYU and Texas Tech, both 2 for 11.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is walks and strikeouts. Same amount of extra base hits. Tech is 0 for 3 with runners on and runners in scoring position. Of course, that one hit from BYU is what's the difference.
And the strikeout count grows. 1,001 from Nyjah Kennedy.
You are 4 away from being tied. Sorry, you are 4 away from being tied for 102nd all time.
Is that good? Juliet, is that good? Oh, she's drinking water. My fault. Sorry.
I mean, I think it's good.
I'd say so, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty good number up there.
I love Brittingham now up for BYU as the wind kicks up here a little bit. That one just outside the zone from Nyjah.
Brittingham really low in that batting stance. Genuinely, she could be called a catcher. I mean, she's at the level of Burns, who's in her full squat.
She is a catcher.
Yeah. The funny part is that's not how the strike zone's viewed. It's based off the player height.
2-0 count now from Nyjah. Leva Brittingham, She's one of the BYU players that can step up against really good teams. Had a great game against UCLA early on in the season.
I think we're seeing it again, Brett, since it's not a high-level game in the eyes of the Red Raiders. Nija's trying stuff again.
That one finally finds the zone from Nija. Little check swing, hesitation from Olivia Brittingham. 2-1 count.
Wind's really picked up, and it's cooled off quickly. The sun's tucked away behind like some clouds.
It's a fantastic day right now. It feels great.
Beautiful weather, especially being from Houston. This is nice.
It's not humid all the time out here.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Big one there from Brittingham. And you're looking at potentially another strikeout.
I gotta say, this is the best so far after the first inning that the changeup has looked maybe this year. It finally has the pull the string, they like to call it, where it's like, you almost had it. Or pull the chair out from under you.
2-2. That one popped up to the infield. Mia Williams says, I got it. And she does. Out 2 for BYU.
Which, if you can get that changeup going, it's gonna make you almost unhittable. I mean, she was already unhittable. She's doing no hitters this year. But it's the fact that you can now decelerate and have a crap ton of movement. So when it releases from the hand, the spin is the exact same as the rise.
That'll bring back on Haley Morrow. She's hit by pitch and she's in some pain. Falls to the ground, hit that bone just inside of her wrist. And she's down in front of the plate. And we could be looking at
she's really down in pain. Has yet to move.
I don't want to say like broken wrist or anything, but
no,
the way she's reacting.
It hit perfectly right there. Here's another thing. You could look at it.
She gets back up.
I don't think she did, because the umpire didn't signal it.
Mm-hmm.
She could have swung.
Absolutely. Nija comes off the plate, worried about her as well.
Hey, you never want to hit.
Absolutely, no, for sure.
The problem is it went inside on her. It was not like it was a heat-seeking missile. Nija, of course, she grunts and she's a fiery person, but she does have a lot of heart. She's a good leader. She's very humble, very nice. But they're going to get her not for swinging, which I don't think they got her for it, but I just want to make note of that. She started the action, but they're going to give her the benefit of that she held up while falling over.
Ovation for Haley Morrow. That'll bring on a pinch runner, that being Miranda Mansfield, the senior from Syracuse, not New York, Syracuse, Utah.
It's one of my favorite notes that I have in here. Yeah, we don't get to know. I'm not going to tell you her batting average because, well, it doesn't really matter. She's running on the base, so she's attributed for 8 runs this year. I do have a fun fact, though. Her 1 extra base hit was a triple.
Yeah, Julieta, I don't care what people say. Whoever created the name softball, they lied. Those things can be hard as a rock.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Morrow
Definitely not soft.
Morrow would agree with you right there.
I don't know if I want to look up the reason because I have an idea of why they maybe called it, and I'm just going to let it happen.
And complete opposite of a softball, so a bit confused on why that might have been about, but.
Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. 2 outs, top of the 4th, excuse me, here for BYU, as that will bring on Tristan Turlington. Batting .069 on the season.
It used to be known as kitten ball or diamond ball as well.
Diamond ball sounds sick.
Yeah,
mush ball, pumpkin ball, diamond ball.
What can we call it diamond ball?
I think a diamond ball actually makes more sense, but
exactly.
Okay, here's the reason why they're despite being called softball, balls in the modern era are competitive fast pitch, basically like a hard baseball, right? Because they were originally designed to be soft for indoor play.
Interesting.
Softball got its origin from starting indoors. That's why they called it softball, and they led with that in Chicago in the 1930s, Brett, to market the game to get people to come more.
0-1 popped up. Nija says, I got it. She retires 24 while wearing 24. 3 outs for BYU as we'll go down to the middle of the 4th. And a whole lot of zeros for BYU.
Yeah, I think Morrow's going to be out of the field, by the way. So she was the starting shortstop. So we'll see if they're, I'm going to assume they're going to put Mansfield out there because she's labeled as an infielder, can kind of play anywhere you want.
That's a big loss for BYU.
That is arguably your best hitter.
It's like you talk about a best hitter. Last week she hit .556 in that series against Kansas.
I mean, I think if you're BYU, you're kind of a little nervous on that because she definitely brings that extra pop that can drive these runs that BYU can use to really string this game together. So.
Here's the other issue. As they're playing the SNL skin of Eat Skirt. But what I was going to point out, I hope Morrow's health is okay because now you have to look forward to tomorrow. You got to turn around and play at 6 p.m. again. We'll have coverage of that, of course, on KTXT, the Raider 8.1, or on YouTube if you're listening live. Thank you. But that's kind of the thing you got to look at. I'm hoping it's not a major injury, but it very well could end up being a major injury. You're going to have Logan Halleman come in, by the way, to hit 7th. I think that's where Desiree Spearman was at.
Yes.
So you're going to – I don't blame pitch hitting Spearman. Spearman looked very lost.
Yeah.
Against Modest. It was Spearman. Yeah, so you're gonna have Halleman, Tony all red over there, 7, 8, 9, or your bottom.
We got quesos for K's for queso now. Right now, they never throw it to us, unfortunately.
If they threw queso at us, I don't know what we would do with it. We have no way to eat it.
Well, no, they throw softballs.
Oh,
So if you turn it into abuelos, if you bring the softball to abuelos, they give you a free queso.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were throwing queso, and I was going to be like,
they pick it up out of the bucket and just toss it at you.
You know the song "Arms Wide Open," mouth wide open for me here in the booth.
I think that would be a crazy image on YouTube over there, but
you can go viral for that.
I think we could.
I got you on Holloman. Logan Holloman, 375 batting average, is her 9th at-bat, 10 runs. She's mainly used as a defensive replacement in the final innings or a pinch runner. Is attributed to 10 runs on the season. No home runs, no extra base hits, 2 walks.
Pops that one up. Glasgow had to move out of the way. Just couldn't get under it was Townsend.
She could have pinned that against the wall. I just think it would have been really fun to see how they view it.
Logan Halleman, the Flower Mound product. One of the best programs in Texas at the high school level, Flower Mound.
Yeah, she only scored, she had 18 hits last year and 19 runs, so she got a little bit more time at the plate, but the production of being a pinch runner has still been pretty there.
0-2 showed slap. That was going to be a ball 1.
Yeah, Halleman is your straight of the run of the mill slap hitter. Has the speed, is just going to poke it out there and just outrun you.
1-2. Swung down the first base line, caught up and picked up right on the first base line that time. Urincho, excuse me.
See, look, she's going to go try to turn it out. She's taking her abuelos.
She's going to abuelos right now.
Yeah, she's like, I got queso to eat, guys.
Can we get like an abuelos like stand set up here?
I think that would be more efficient, right?
Right? Yeah, exactly. You can eat queso while you're here. That'd be so
Well, no,
good.
she's leaving and then turn on the broadcast of this game and enjoy her free queso while still not missing any action.
You're so right. They did just add bleachers.
They had a couple of sets of bleachers, yeah.
Yeah.
It was an agreement, so I don't know what was the issue.
That'll bring on Haley Tony. Shows bunt.
What a
great
bunt.
play.
What a bunt.
Gonna flip it to first just in time. Gets her out at first.
We saw here you're supposed to cover a bunt.
That was insane speed by Acosta.
They're really athletic. I was confused how BYU, with all the stats they talked about, turning double plays, being efficient at throwing players out, having saves, struggled in the fielding percentage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen it today.
Lauren Allred, she takes that one high. It's going to be ball 1. 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th for Tech, and then struggling on the offensive side again.
Our stat broadcast died on us.
1-0, that one caught by into the dirt. 2-0.
There you go. I got it back for you, Brad.
Thank you.
That
still shows the offense. 2-0 for Allred, down and away again. 3-0 count now for.
So our advanced stats that we could provide you is no longer available. So we got to go with what we brought.
We got a little pen and paper. That one is a 4-count walk. for Lauren Allred, and that'll bring it to the top of the order for the third time, excuse me, Maya Davis.
I've got a feeling about this.
I got a feeling.
I think we're going to get a Davis 2-run homer.
I'd like to see it. Everyone here would like to see it. Julieta would definitely like to see it.
What am I seeing? Sorry.
A 2-run homer from Davis right here.
Yes, of course.
Shows bunt. Strike one for Maya Davis.
Maya Davis is definitely a player who can impact the game in multiple ways, getting on base and creating this pressure right here.
Pressure's a great word, especially for a pitcher like Modis.
By the way, the lights are officially, like, you can now see the effect of them. They haven't wanted to start the game, but the sun's starting to set here in West Texas, so field's got a nice look to it right now.
1-1, down and away.
I don't know if I'm just now noticing this or this has been a thing. Have they always been using a lighter colored dirt in the circle? I think it's just because how well it's watered and it hasn't dried up as much today that it is a very stark difference.
2-1. Yeah, it kind of looks like sand. 3-1 for Maya Davis.
Davis kind of gave a look at this catcher there, Fabella.
It was very close to the side of her head.
Kind of like a whoa. Watch out.
There's a lot of players I wouldn't want to mess with on this Texas Tech team, and Maya Davis is probably at the top of that list. Besides Jazzy Burns.
No, Jackie List.
Jackie List. You know, you're right. That's like one AAA. Running, is Lauren Allred in time? No, she's going to be safe at second. Stolen base for Lauren Allred.
Really confused there from Fabella. Kind of just took strike two and just kind of sat there. Was like, oh, yeah, we got strike two. Just never even brought up her head or looked, and we're going to get a
good review, it looks like.
Well, let's see what the review's for.
You're going to see if she left early.
Left before the pitch.
So we get to play my favorite game.
Oh, what is that?
We're going to go through the broadcast booth right here. We're going to say whether she was safe or not.
Well, we know she was safe.
If she was, you know what I mean.
If she's safe or not safe.
If she left early or didn't.
I mean, that was a tough play to see because I was focused on looking everywhere. But I mean,
did she leave early? Did she not?
I don't think she did.
I'm gonna
I don't
cheat.
think she left.
I'm gonna pull up the broadcast.
He's gonna cheat. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna get accurate thing of it. I'm doing my job.
I'm doing my job.
Before I see it though, I don't think she left early.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't.
We're about to find out.
I'm gonna be the good guy for once. I'm gonna say she did not leave early.
All right. There you go. I got it pulled up for us. We're a little behind, but it's okay. Are they going to show the replay, or are they just going to show them locking them in a gate? Well, as we wait for the official replay.
We got some downtime. We're going to go through.
Well, they're already going to come back and make the ruling before I can even get a replay on it. That's not fair.
She did not leave early, so Lauren Allred, successful steal of second base.
I'm going to wait for the replay anyway, just to kind of see.
From the broadcast side, that was probably an exciting thing to replay and watch. If we do that too as well on the broadcast side, we see if she was in or out.
Dun, dun, dun. Maya Davis with a full count now. She slaps that down the first base line. She gonna get there before? No, she's not. And all of that to say, Yorincho is there at first. She's done a heck of a job today, Kate, for groundouts.
They've been phenomenal at groundouts. While you asked me that, I was making sure to see if they show a replay. They just showed Allred stealing on the broadcast, so they didn't even break it down. So appreciate that.
That's why you got to listen to KTXT.
The Raider 88.1.
No, we'll say they do have national coverage coming out here tomorrow.
Yes.
FS1 will be here. Exciting to see. This is the first.
Maybe we can say hi to them.
Maybe some guests.
Maybe some guests. FS1. No. Go ahead. Let's turn it back to the game here. Modis has pitched extremely well. She's on pace to hit the quota of 7 runs per game. And we're just seeing the opposite side of it now. The BYU offense isn't potent enough to contend with allowing 7 runs a game. That's what we talked about in the pregame show if you didn't get time to listen in. BYU's team's batting average is 260, which is worse than the Big 12. And their team pitching is 736. That's how you get an 11-22 record. They're 3-8 away in true road games. And neutral sites are 6-12. At home, they're 2-2. They don't have a positive record anywhere this year, but you're seeing the after effects of off-speed pitching, Brett. It's becoming a routine thing that, unfortunately, as we get closer to the end goal of the season, you're going to see it a lot more often.
You talk about that record. We can look at some of the games they play here. They have one ranked win, that being in the series against Oklahoma State, when they won 7-3.
They actually own the record against you in all-time matchups. BYU Cougars do. Sorry, no. I meant in terms of. Let me rephrase. I meant to say Texas Tech owns you in series history.
6-3 Texas Tech.
Yes. Sorry.
This is their first visit to Lubbock in a series format.
My favorite thing is Eakin, who's been here since really the start of the program. He's been here for 20 years plus. He's only 3-5 against the Red Raiders. They have a game without him. My favorite thing on the series history list is last BYU win May 2nd, 2025. Last Texas Tech win May 3rd, 2025, as they won that series, which was your last loss until you lost in the World Series in Game 1 against Texas.
Bree Townsend up to the plate again for BYU. Had a hit in every game of the KU series. Tries to go yard on Nija to start off the inning, and KT is right there under it.
Wind's not going to help her that time. The wind's almost blowing straight on, but if you had to pick a side, it's blowing from right a little bit to left. That thing just hung up there, but good cut.
Went first pitch hunting, and that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be aggressive.
That's what they did to play a run in the first without recording it out.
Irma Urincho back on. 0-1 today for the freshman. Swing and a miss that time, and that wasn't close.
I have a theory for this at bat. You're going to see 2 more strikes in a row.
This is what the kids call farming. This is strike farming.
I know what farming is.
I didn't say you didn't. I just said
you looked at me.
What the kids call strike farming. There's another one.
Urincho just looks lost. She looks like she has a 158 batting average, and that's not meant to be mean. It's just she's yet to find it so far in her freshman year.
You only have now 20 at-bats.
Yeah, it's also really hard to develop your players if they don't get consistent at-bats. That's the other issue with it.
Gets a ball that time, though. She goes deep in her stance now. Here's the 1-2 from Nija. That's a strikeout. The didn't know it was 3. He held the sign and was like, oh wait, strikeout.
Urincho was sitting there like, really, that's a strike? And it was chest high. It was a strike. I think she was more confused on the not giving the surefire put out. So she's kind of sitting there like, oh, what?
Lost count for a second, but nonetheless, they'll bring on Kaya Fabella, another one of these freshmen. It goes down 0-1. It's interesting to see 2 freshmen now at the 8 and 9 spot, especially back to back.
I mean, you want to give them experience, but modern roster construction. I'll kind of finish the statement here in a second.
That went out and away, ball 1.
Modern lineup and roster construction has seen your 9-hole hitter turn into your your number 2 leadoff, because they're the one who has to turn it over, and BYU has the opposite.
That one fouled back into the netting. 1-2 count now for Fabella.
Outside of Turlington, who had to be brought in, by the way, 150 and 217 is going to be really hard to get back to your top of your order quickly.
1-2. That one dropped into the zone for another strikeout. She is dealing today.
My favorite thing about Nija Candy so far now is when the off speed is good and it's in strike 3, you can hear an audible yay. We have the Nija stomp, the Nija point, and the Nija yay / yeah.
And the Nija. A little life update for y'all. So Jack Francis, Texas Tech walk-on, who's graduating this semester, he was selling a lot of his old Texas Tech basketball merch.
He wasn't selling a lot. He was selling everything.
Like almost everything, literally. Yeah. So I reached out to him because I wanted to buy a T-shirt. that said toughest team wins and had the Raider red drum in the basketball, and it looked sick. I was like, I want this. Not a day later, he responds, he goes, okay, yeah, that one's available. So I said, okay, I'll take it. A day later, hey, can I still buy this? He goes, sorry, I sold it. So right before we went to go get food, before the start of the broadcast, he said, hey, I still have it if you want it. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take it. So he gets back to Lubbock on Monday, so I get to go to his apartment and pick it up.
So you got it.
I did get it.
Okay.
I sniped it.
That's a win, I think.
Shout out Facebook Marketplace. And shout out Jack Francis.
I'm always scared about Facebook Marketplace. I just feel like they're always going to scam me.
There's no reason to be scared. My entire house is furnished from that place.
That's actually amazing.
I mean, and Brett hasn't been to my house, but he's seen photos of it.
I mean, I've been outside of it.
It doesn't look like I got everything off Facebook Marketplace.
You wouldn't notice it, yeah.
As a college student, Facebook Marketplace is my favorite place.
I might have to look more
Outside
into
of
that.
Tracy Sellers Field. How about that one, Brett?
That was pretty good. Thank you. Swag surf breaks out here at Tracy Sellers.
And nobody's swag surfing. We have two.
It is Easter weekend.
It is my favorite time.
It's great, right?
Yes.
You get a 3-day weekend.
Yes.
Is your chance to really slow down. Besides spring break, we're in the meat of the spring semester. Is your chance to be like, all right, let me catch up on stuff I need to do, and get yourself out to Tracy Sellers Field. We got another 2 more games.
I have a fun remark. I was telling Brett this. My class is done meeting for the year. My Monday, Wednesday,
Already?
Friday class. Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
So I have a 4-day weekend. I'm looking
amazing.
forward to Tuesday for the next time I'm at school.
KT leading off the bottom of the 5th for Texas Tech. Hits that one foul back into the net, 0-1. You're not close to run rule territory.
No, you might play to 7 against BYU. You need to play 5 runs. I don't know why I blanked. I was trying to think 7 and then
But Terry going first base hunting, and I wanted to bring this up about Terry earlier. I didn't get the chance to. She believed she was kind of a slapper, chopper kind of player, and then Glasgow told her, hey, no, you're a power hitter.
Did you see the bookmark that I put on our account or something?
Mm-mm.
I bookmarked it on our
Did
account
you?
to come back to it. And I did go back to it.
That one out and away for ball 1.
Yeah, and also kind of speaking on Glasgow, if we can use a little time on this, going back to how they played ACU, he was asked about it. He said, I love the challenge of it. He's like, I look forward to these games more than I look forward to these series because they're random tests in the middle of the week.
KT shows sweep, and she's right 2-2 will be the count now.
Because there's nothing better, because there's live scrimmages, right? But there's nothing better than to play more games as practice.
2-2 count to KT. Down and away. She's worked up a full count.
Yeah, the Red Raiders have kind of stopped walking. They were up to 3 walks in the first, and since then they have only 2 at 5. They're batting just as bad as BYU today. 2 for 14 and 2 for 17, respectfully.
KT, as soon as you say that, KT draws the walk.
Well, she's your team leader in walks. See how I teed that one up? Yeah, thanks. 23rd, this is her either 20, I think she's 24th walk on the season. That's the team lead, and that is a staggering number. This team is really close to tying their team record, their team total from last year already.
That one finds the zone from Mades, 0-1 for Mia Williams.
And Brett, that team played in 68 games. And they walked 176 times.
The 0-1. Slapped right back at Mades through the gap in middle field. And that's a single for Mia Williams. And now you got some runners on the base paths. 2 on for Texas Tech with no outs here at the bottom of the 5th.
Mature swings. That's the best way you can put that. Those are mature swings. I think earlier the Red Raiders were trying to force the ball to go out. They're trying to force the ball to leave the infield. And now they're like, just put a good cut on and let the ball do the work.
That'll bring back Jackie Liss, who has a in-the-park home run today. Trying to get one out of the park here. Here's the right back at the center fielder and dropped by Turlington. That's going to load the bases for Taylor Panel.
There's your caveat to, the teams keep making errors on us. We're getting everything handed to us. They put pressure on them by running I mean, you have athletes on the diamond. Caitlin Terry's one of the fastest players on this team behind Maya Davis. Williams can really run, so can Liz. So you kind of get overwhelmed mentally as I'm going to watch the replay here.
Pete Meredith calls time. He's going to talk to his pitcher on the circle. That ball was hit really hard, Julieta.
That was, I mean, and I think if you're Texas Tech right now, you're thinking, how can you capitalize on this moment? You got all bases full, so it's definitely something that you want to capitalize on.
Now remember, that's Turlington, who is she has not played shortstop all that often. So that is again, we talk about the loss from Morrow, not just offensively, but for defensive reasons. Watching the replay, Turlington looks to go to third at Caitlin Terry, realizes she can't make the throw and just drops the ball on the exchange. She's just going too quick before the ball is in the glove. And Brett, you played at least a sport similar to this. What do they always tell you? Make sure the ball is in the glove first before you try to make the throw, correct?
Absolutely.
It can't be in two places at once.
It's going to be the first error of the game for BYU and the senior from Surprise, Arizona. The only surprise she got was the ball out of her glove.
First error on the board.
She fell. Schuler fell in outfield.
And they count it as a hit.
So the panel sees that one fall just outside of the right side of the zone. And as one of the assistants wearing a nice rose petal Adidas shirt.
How did she get that?
And
where can I get one? I'll pay her for an extra.
BYU playing really into the infield. 0 outs, looking for potentially a double play as Taylor Panel fouls that one back into the net.
I mean, whoa. There's no reason to not go for the double play because we talked about earlier. That was how they won a game against Kansas. That's the reason why they were kind of in those games was be able to clear the passes via the double play. They're going to try to go for the unorthodox one of going home to first probably.
Taylor Panel sees that one drop into the zone. 1-2 now. You're just joining us. Texas Tech has the bases loaded on the error by the shortstop Turlington in relief of Morrow, who
it would have been a close throw anyway, even if she didn't make the throw because she was still looking at third.
No outs here, bottom of the fifth. Texas Tech could get to run rule territory with one swing. Here's the 1-2, and that one popped up into left field. Owens gives chase, foul territory. She makes it. KT's going to tag and get home to get run number 5 for Texas Tech.
KT, she's definitely someone that you need to watch out for. She's been dominant in the circle as well as really consistent on the plate as well. Just an overall well player.
First out of that was a great catch in the outfield by Owens. That's only the first out for Texas Tech, and it's kind of looking like how you did when you had the bases loaded earlier in the game.
Hey, you're 3 runs away now. Sorry, 4.
Jazzy Burns with 2 on, hits one right at the shortstop, flip to second, back to first, in time, double play, and that's going to end the damage for BYU. Just what we talked about, Cade.
Notes don't lie. You turn a season high, 4 double plays on the week, including a season high 3 in game 2 against Kansas, which is the game they won. That's what they're known for. They're known for getting these ground ball outs and turning them over. The issue is you saw it there, the inexperience in positions, where there's the errors that has led to the bad fielding percentage. But when they field the ball cleanly, they're more dynamic. I know for a fact they turn more double plays than the Red Raiders. Now here's the difference. You need runners on base to turn double plays. Texas Tech hardly allows runners on base. They've actually only had 5 runners, only allowed 5 on, compared to their own 6 with runners on. Both teams are batting 1-4 in those categories, so kind of an idea we're seeing here, Brett. BYU's kind of showing the peak of their team right now.
Yeah. You gotta remember too, this is a 3-game series. We kind of saw it from Iowa State to start that series, and you know what happens. But again, this is why you play the game, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Julieta's getting you're probably gonna get a full game today. Our usual volunteers don't usually get full games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for it though. It should be fun, exciting.
No, we're usually done within an hour.
Yeah.
We were at hour and 25.
Almost an hour and a half. And I bet you Nigel didn't think she was going to have to pitch a full 7 innings.
Yes and no. I feel like every time she goes out there, she's mentally prepared to do
yeah, for
it,
sure.
But expectation-wise, she thinks she can handle. It's kind of become a commonality, Brett. The Friday or Thursday, the first game of the series, Tech almost uses as kind of a feeler if they're going to play his team 2 more times. So they're going to be like, okay, let's figure out their exact tendencies and then go demolish it tomorrow. I'm excited to see if BYU breaks out anything, to see if they have any other style of pitcher, because that's what happened with Iowa State. They had them on their toes for a little bit in the first game, Brett, but then it was the same exact pitcher over and over and over.
That went into the zone from Nyjah to Danica Acosta, excuse me.
And we saw that, unfortunately, against Texas back in the World Series. For those Red Raider fans that don't want to hear it, they saw Nyjah too many times. They demolished her by the end of it.
Acosta pops this one out and away. No one was there to catch it. Just over to the grass, back behind us, 0-2.
We'll get to figure out that more tomorrow. Same time, same place, same group, different volunteer, because Joelle is going home for Easter, so it's me and Brett holding it down this weekend.
2, swing and a miss again. She points to, ha, gotcha.
So there's the Nyjah point. So we've seen all 3 phases. We've seen the yippee, the yay, or the yeah. It's one of those 3. I can't make it out. We have the Nyjah stomp and we have the Nyjah point. You know, the Caitlin Terry hand
Swipe.
swipe.
That'll bring back Lily Owens. This first pitch hunting, that one goes almost over the net, stays in.
Owens is a very interesting kind of swing. She likes to kind of like the corkscrew, pent up all that momentum in the back and then just let it unleash and turn from the hands. You're kind of seeing that become more of a thing in this sport, modeling their games off of it. The quick hand idea, Brett.
That one goes over me. Almost exactly over me, 0-2.
That kid's going after. He wants a free hot dog.
He wants a hot dog, man. I don't blame him. But you only get it the first time you catch a softball.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you return it to the marketing table, you can get a free voucher for concessions.
That is awesome.
That one fouled just over the BYU dugout. Push pass over the.
It was really funny. She pump faked Liz the first time because I don't think she knew what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, you can only get a concession voucher the first time you bring back a softball. 0-2 for Lily Owens. This is the 4th pitch of the at-bat. And she'll stay in there 1-2.
You got to give it to BYU. They've worked Nyjah up to 63 pitches already. Nyjah's been efficient in going to the top of the 6th, but so far, the top of the order at least has seen the pitches, which makes sense. We're at 350, 311, and 311 batting average, respectfully.
1-2, popped up again, fouled off again. That kid could get at least. Here he goes again. He just left.
There he goes.
He doesn't know he only gets 1. You hate to see it.
Give the kid 2. He's a kid. It's
Exactly.
a hot dog. How much does a hot dog cost to make?
It's like, for the tech one's like 4.
Well, no, to make.
Oh. Here's the 1-2. Hit right at Mia Williams, grabs it, flips it to first. Jackie Liss in time, out, number 2.
Brett, the top of the order for BYU does all the damages. You can see it by the average, you can see it by the stats, you can see it by everything. So for Nyjah to have a clean inning through the top of the order, you feel pretty confident on keeping the game where it's at least here at 5-1, because it's not great sledding after that for the Cougars.
Haley Schuler in, bumped it off of her. Ball, strike 1.
We forgot to mention Valdez came in to catch this inning for Burns, which is probably why I've seen an uptick in Nyjah being in control, because Valdez caught almost every game last year, and they have a lot of innings and pitches with each other.
0-1, swing and a miss. Big one there, that time from Haley Schuler.
Brett, I think it's a great time to, sorry to cut you off, to highlight Vic. She does not pop up in the batting order anymore. She's still a veteran leader, but arguably the best defensive game calling catcher we have.
That one hit right at Haley Tony. It's going to be an error by HT. And the Nightmares come back together that time, as Schuler will be standing at first with 2 outs.
Scary things happen at the Tracy Sellers Field, especially with that dirt.
I always get a little scared. Like I get a little anxious when I see Haley Tony go for those ground balls, because I remember that's happened to her quite a few times this season and last season.
She gets stuck in a limbo if she wants to charge it or wait for it. And when you get stuck in that, what does that end up with? What happens when you get stuck in limbo? You eventually fall over. You have to hit the pole, and either way, it's a foul. Got stuck in limbo. It's either an error or you just don't make the throw.
Alova Brittingham now on. You don't typically call daughters with their mother's name juniors, but she's a junior. Aleva Brittingham is her mother's name as well. Is that one out of the zone for ball 1?
It's a cool thing to do, though, in your family, you know.
Can we?
Can I name my daughter Cade Welty?
Are you gonna hate your daughter?
No, I'm gonna love him.
I wouldn't name someone Kate. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
1-0.
You hear that?
1-0, 2
Oh.
outs.
We hear
One
it.
runner on swing and a miss from Aleva Brittingham. Now the count evens up 1-1. Sun shining. I'm on the.
I also wouldn't name my kid Cade.
My Cade kid.
My Cade kid. I would never name him Cade because that's my name.
This is true. 1-1. She goes. That one popped up into the air. KT says, I got it, and she does. 3 outs. No harm, no foul. Just an error. As we'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
I'd say you shouldn't play to 7, but there is a part of me that's very happy to see this team maybe eventually go to 7 because you kind of get out of the feeling of it. You're not. Newsflash: 7-inning games take longer than 5 innings, right?
I mean, it
So
depends.
if we're
The
gonna-
Iowa State game
Yes.
took like 3
So
hours.
if we're going to get to the point of, or to the where you want to be, which is playing in the World Series again and hopefully taking home the trophy, it's very rare those games are going to go to 5. They're probably going to go to extras more than likely. So it's good to see them this in April, their last, the final 2 months of the year, because June they play only into the first week of June. Entering the final 2 months of the year, playing longer games. You're able to pick up a game against. Who did they just pick up a game against?
Texas State.
That's a
and
good
San
program.
Marcos. Yep.
It's a good program to pick up a game because you lost the FSU one, so you're not really playing to 7 anymore, Brett. And you can kind of, like we said, become accustomed to being like what you said, Nice, about earlier. Oh, she's just mentally locked in for 7, but she's expecting 5. And that's kind of the thing that we want to see maybe here today is go to 7. It sounds terrible to say, but crazier things have happened.
For sure. And again, you got to remember, too, Modis, she's not necessarily a person that's going to, I don't think she wants to play all 3 days. You can't play her all 3 days, especially.
Who, Modis?
Modis, exactly.
Well, I mean, she's going for her 14th complete game. If you want my honest guess, after today, I feel like depending how they feel, I would probably think Korth and then Schuler to round it out.
You know, a lot of BYU is very similar to Texas Tech in that regard. They have a lot of pitchers who like to hit as well.
Right, and that I think that's why it makes them exciting to watch, seeing that.
You got players like Schuler. You got players like like Modis.
You got
Tavita.
now, Tavita. I'm not going to count her as a pitcher. She's appeared as one, but let's just say the stats aren't pretty.
Understatement is Logan Holloman back up, shows bunt. Nice run for Rinshaw into the base patch, try to stop her early.
She's played great there on the opposite hot corner. Ump's having a little discussion. I think they're trying to see if she had the bat all the way across on the bunt to get a strike, but she held it up. Jonas LC right here.
Ball 1 for Logan Holloman. Here's the 1-0. It's like exactly what we talked about, Cade. She's your slapper. That's what she's playing right now.
You're seeing the slapper get removed slowly. You're kind of telling them because they're very qualified hitters. I mean, Davis is still a slap hitter, but she doesn't do it as much as she used to do. The slap hitter is kind of becoming out of fashion, so Logan Holman's kind of one of the last players on this roster to be a strict slap hitter. Arizona was only full of slap hitters, so you can do it still.
There's a 4-0 walk again for Logan Holloman. You know, it's interesting you talk about the idea of a slap hitter going extinct. It's kind of like the halfback or fullback in football. You're not overly reliant on a back to do all the heavy lifting. That's the rise of air raids and dual type quarterbacks is really taking that away.
Well, you're also seeing the same thing with pitchers being able to bat as well. It's like, hey, these are gifted athletes. Let them swing the bat.
For sure. 1 on. for Haley Toney, that being Logan Holloman with no outs here at the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, two-way was the reason why Nyjah wanted to come here. Of course, the money. But she was getting offers from almost all the top programs in the country, and NIL was. She wanted to come where she wanted to hit. Caitlin Terry wanted to hit more. You know, and you're seeing the logic and I think Glasgow has kind of changed the game. Of course, other coaches have, but Glasgow kind of made it a point where it's like, no, if you're on my team, you're going to hit. And I'm not going to pull you to only pitch.
He forced Haley Toney to be like, nah, you open up your toolkit. I want you to be a power hitter. I don't want you to just chop or slap like in her case. I want you to be more creative with what you can do at the plate. And it's worked in dividends. That one high and away for ball 2 to Haley Toney.
For only being up 5-1 over BYU and only recording 3 hits, Glasgow's all smiles.
He knew what kind of game this was going to be.
Did he? Yes.
2-0. 3-0 now. Now 7 straight balls.
You're seeing the walks pile up here.
However, we saw what happened the last 2 times the bases were loaded. That's not their problem.
Right.
They like double plays. They like getting to that point. That's going to be strike 1. Haley Toney threw the bat. I think everyone out there thought that was ball 4.
But I think the ABS, by the way, won't be in softball for another 5 years. It's going to take – I mean, the NCAA is always late to adapt, so I would not be shocked to see them be late to that.
3-1. Now there is the ball 4. I think even Modest wanted that one to be ball 4. It just somehow found the zone.
The only thing that they adapted quickly on for the NCAA was pitch calm. But you had to because the sport was so different when you added that they had to. And you're kind of seeing the evolution of that as well as like every defensive player wears one now. So they know what pitch is coming. So we have a circle visit.
Speaking of pitch.
We're going to have a pitching change. And they're going to show their hand here earlier, Brett.
It's going to be Rita Tavita.
Okay, well, I guess now that she's in the circle, we can talk about her and the unfortunate stats that she brings along with her.
Freshman.
She is a freshman.
Salt Lake City, Utah. The home.
Gatorade Player of the Year.
This is softball in the state of Utah.
You ready for it, Brett?
Give it to me.
17.29 ERA, 4.42 WHIP in 5 appearances, 5 innings pitched. Makes sense. This is probably going to be your last inning pitch. So they use her basically one and done every inning. 11 walks to 12 hits. No strikeouts in her career so far. Waiting for the first collegiate. Kind of a tale of 2 stories. You saw Nyjah. She's chasing 103 of all-time strikeouts in all of NCAA. She's just looking for her first. Oh, and 1 home run allowed, and here's the issue. How you get to a 17 ERA and only 5 innings pitched? 414 opponent batting average. And watching her throw, Brett, it's nothing but fastballs.
Yeah.
You could see a possible... I guess you could see the walk-off here.
I was going to say, Huli you got 2 runners on, no outs. You need 4. What do you do here? Do you try to get that last third baseman on? Or you try to go yard here?
I mean, I like seeing excitement, so I would love to see the third one on. I think that would make it more fun.
As of right now, BYU, if they get out of this jam, they are guaranteed 3 more outs. And that's as far as we can go for the rest of this game.
Well, unless they play 4.
I said that, yeah, I said at least at this point.
At this point.
At this point.
With the score standing, correct?
Yes,
I got you. I'm with you now.
As Tavita gives her first. That one out of the glove of Fabella, high and away.
The spin on that changeup it's interesting. I know it's a rise, but it's not fast enough to catch someone, so I'm going to call it more of a change.
We're in all red at the plate now. 1 for 1 today for the junior. That one finds the zone that time. It falls in there.
And that was a nice pitch. And that's why I'm saying Tavita is a name to watch because I think her ERA, of course her ERA is inflated. A 17 ERA is almost impossible unless you barely pitch.
It's not a sustainable thing.
No. And if it is, you're not pitching anymore.
1-1. Gives that one a ride just out of shallow outfield. Caught that time by Townsend.
Tavita cannot control her rise, but her off-speed stuff is pretty good, which I assume is probably going to be BYU's strength, is all their hitters, all their pitchers just going to throw that change. They're just going to throw a drop ball. They're going to throw a curve.
Fourth time through the order brings up Maya Davis. 1 out, 2 runners on for the leadoff hitter for Texas Tech. 5-1 for the Red Raiders, the bottom of the 6th. That one up and away. Strike one, excuse me.
Glasgow's had a fun conversation with All Red. They've worked with each other long enough to kind of know each other's tendencies, and I think you just want to pick her brain on something.
Active leader in hits in the country. Shows bunt that time, uses the speed, and she's going to get there.
Chance.
Beautiful bunt.
Brett, that is a perfect bunt. That is, if you were to place film on, hey, how do I learn how to bunt? That's exactly what you do. Drop it right in front of you and take off and get out of the box as you're laying the bunt, and the ball didn't roll. Just sat in the ground, almost no spin on it, and there's not many players faster in the country than Maya Davis. Maybe Caitlin Terry is up next.
You just said first among actives in hits. That's number 314 in her career. As KT has a chance to put this one away with her 6th home run of the year. That one she shows swipe. She says, nah, ball one.
She also walked for the 3rd time today and add on to the lead. When's the last time Caitlin Terry's walked in 3 games?
That's a great question.
That's the hard-hitting one.
1-0. That one away into the dirt. Good calm there for Halliman telling her way to 3rd. There's no chance.
Well, yeah, it bounced also right in front of the plate where Halliman would come in from on the right-hand side.
3rd time the bases have been loaded for Texas Tech in today's game. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Doesn't like that pitch, and she's right. 3-0 now for KT, and she's dangerously close to walking here again.
They have yet to throw her a competitive pitch, and the one they did was an easy ground out.
And KT knows it. The 3-0. And she walks her. That puts another run on the board. Holloman gets home. Texas Tech 6-1 over BYU, and now you're in run rule territory with a ball hit into outfield.
Yeah, past the infield, you win this game. Because you have 2 fast runners. You have Tony at 3rd, and of course the speedster at 2nd. And this is a well-timed circle visit here, Brett.
So yeah, Coach Meredith coming out to talk to his young freshman again. Julieta, you're about to get your wish.
I did.
The bases are loaded.
Yes. That's kind of what I was hoping for here. I think it's going to make it. I want to see what Texas Tech can do with that.
Nia Williams on to hit now for Texas Tech.
I'm hoping a certain thing happens here.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I need it.
We're ready for it here.
We're so ready for it.
My boards, I'm done looking at them. I know exactly what to say if a certain action happens.
Nia Williams up to the plate now. A junior transfer from Florida. Thank you. He's holding it down for me. It's really got windy for a second here. That one down almost to the foot of Nia Williams. You hear it from the crowd, Bomb Squad. However, her nickname is White Chocolate. She has 13 home runs on the year. I'm not saying that has to do with anything. I'm just saying, nice stat to have.
Well, no, fun fact. She has 26 extra base hits, 13 home runs, and 13 doubles. Every time she homers, she doubles. No, this entire season, she's been equal in the double category with her homers.
2-0 to Mia Williams. Check swing on that one, 3-0. Is she gonna walk Mia Williams?
She might, and if she homers here, right?
Game's over.
Game's over. Or if she hits a double here, game's over. But the next time she at bats, the other thing will happen.
Batter's pitch here, the 3-0. That one finally finds the zone.
I think you would have liked to swing on that next time up.
Haley Tony, you could see the reaction of her was visceral. She's like, I could have gone on that one. If Mia just swung the bat, a 3-1. Call it the Warriors pitch.
It's gotten eerily quiet.
And waiting for something to happen. 3-1. Check swing, strike 2.
See, now Williams wants that pitch back to make it 3-1. because now you kind of have to open up your plate a little bit. And the crowd's rallying behind her. I think they want to see something.
Wonder what they want to see. The full count. Walk again. The third one at this at-bat for Tavita.
There was a collective groan that went across the crowd whenever she walked right there. They want to see something different.
They want to give it to Jackie Liss instead.
Hey, fun fact, if Jackie Liss walks here, they tie last year's walks total. They have 10 today. Puts them at 175. One more walk, and you also, if you get 2 more walks, you win the game, and you would break your record from last year.
Jackie Liss blasts this one down the line. Line drive, grand slam. Good night.
Big 12 Player of the Week does it again, keeps it hot. 2 home runs, 1 inside the park. That time, that was a laser outside of there, though.
Julieta gets her wish, and Texas Tech walks it off on the grand slam by no one else. Who else? Jackie Mother Flipping Liss. Texas Tech wins this one 11-1 over the BYU Cougars.
That 818 batting average has jumped up because she is actually probably the same. She's doing 2 for 4 today.
Second home run of the game?
Yes. Another 2 home run game from Jackie Liss, but didn't I think you had the biggest difference in the spherum of home runs. The falling over the outfield solo shot, and then you have the laser grand slam that hits the netting. That thing got out in a hurry.
I was going to say, you know, Kay, we talked about this earlier in the broadcast. We talked about who people we wouldn't want to mess with on this team. He immediately said Jackie Liss, and you saw it right there. There was nothing. There was no sass or anything. It was just pure power behind that swing as it got over the feds.
That was really exciting to see. I mean, it was very patient, very, I want to say, timed as well.
Jackie Liss, as of right now, is your X factor to win it all. Because everybody else is going to do their job. But Jackie Liss being your cleanup hitter, now at a 470 batting average, makes it basically until you get to Haley Toney a hard out. When Kyogo gets back to full health as well, that makes it even more difficult. In the development as well. You know, Brett, you piece together a team, right, through the portal. And you go, well, okay, they could all play ball. Can they play together? Well, yes.
So, yeah.
The second thing is they've developed. I don't think anyone saw Spearman elevating her game outside of here. Let me rephrase. The national coverage of this didn't see that. They would see that. They could probably see it in-house because that's what Glasgow's been known for, is developing his players. You know, the fancy, I got to bring my hitting machines wherever I go, the fancy stuff about that, you know. Development this year and the growth this team has made has really been the biggest difference from that Nebraska loss. I'm not going to talk about the Arizona one because they even said, that wasn't us. That was uncharacteristic. That wasn't us. Put that one aside.
This be a message to all you people doubting whether or not the mid-major schools can play. Them prospects are real, man.
She's arguably, Jackie Liss, to keep talking about, arguably one of the greatest ever players to play in the Missouri Valley Conference. And that's
Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year,
MVP.
Here's the thing, too. You're looking at the bottom of the fifth. You're thinking this game's only 5-1. You're winning the game, but it's like you're not playing like you should be. You're not dominating this team. You're getting stuck on the same pitch every single time. And the second they take out Matas, it's a freshman pitcher going against an All-American lineup.
Which, for BYU, Matas pitched great.
Absolutely.
If we're going to now kind of go into this post-game show as an overall recap, Matas pitched great. Did not pitch like what her stats said. Her stuff was electric. She was in command. She got ahead early. We saw it again. The moment you get behind against this team, 1-0, 2-0, it's over. You have to throw them something hittable because you can't. Now, I think also, Brett, what makes it difficult, you can't. They were willing to walk in as many runs as possible. But you know, as a pitcher, that's the easiest thing, and you know the Red Raiders are willing to take that. So you want to challenge them and be like, no. Earn those runs. Well, Jackie Liss made you better.
Earn those runs. You know, and I'll give you one last stat. Look at it, Cade. I know we said we were going to go through each score they had at the end of every single inning.
Let's do that now.
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna go straight to the 6th.
Okay.
And in 6 innings, they score 15 to 40. And look at the score right there, 0-6. Their most runs they give up in any inning is in the 6th inning. You saw it right there. So that's when you take out your pitcher.
It proves you don't have the depth. So you won't be here tomorrow, but what can the Red Raiders take away from today? Let's not even. The 6th inning didn't happen. Okay, it's treated like a 5-1 game. Okay. What do they need to do differently, the offensive side of things for the Red Raiders, to have a more success in the beginning innings tomorrow? Same time, just different date.
That's a good question. I think from what I've seen, I feel like Texas Tech they're a little bit slower at the start. It's harder for them. I wouldn't say harder, but they definitely. I would like to see more of a better start to their game. I think the momentum. I want to see momentum happening earlier rather than later on in innings. I think that would make a huge difference, and it'd be really, really nice to see. It can happen. We've seen it before, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Now, Brett, I know I'm kind of leading this post-game show, but I want to ask you the same question, but on the opposite side, pitching. What did you see? Okay, let's rephrase. What did BYU do well that they can take the film from, get 24 hours to recruit, a little less than that, and to go attack another quality pitcher in Caitlin Terry tomorrow?
It's the changeup, and they need to be aware that Caitlin Terry is aggressive on both sides of the ball. She's aggressive at the plate. She's aggressive when she's in the circle. But there's one thing that separates Caitlin Terry from your average pitcher in the Big 12 and college softball. She's methodical with how she does it. She can go down the middle. She can give you any pitch you want, but at the same time, it's not going to phase her. She's going to be like, all right, I need to take this one pitch at a time, but I can still do that while being aggressive. Nyjah Kennedy, you know how big her toolkit is.
And Nyjah's different. She's not methodical. She's like, I'm going to go at you.
Yeah, exactly. And she's going to be like, ha, got you.
Yeah, beat me. Well, Caitlin Terry, here's a good way of saying it. Nyjah Kennedy is kind of more in your face, while Caitlin Terry's more sly.
She's a silent assassin.
Yes, she's a sly fox, you know. Also, KT has a slider that she's not thrown in a while. When she does, it's pretty electric. So, you want to ask me a question, and I'll give my thoughts on something?
For sure.
It'd be weird to ask myself a question, so that's why.
Hey, it's just the voices.
I sit there silent.
Good answer. Good answer. No, if you're a freshman on this BYU team, what do you take away from this?
That there's levels to the game. You have to play more. You've seen the top of the softball world, and you now know what it takes. Sure, it takes funding, but hey, guess what? One of my favorite quotes from the Charles Barkley Dick Vitale broadcast, because it's surrounding NIL, is you create your own worth. If you believe you're $1 million player, if you play good enough, you'll get paid the right amount of money. No person who's ever good at what they do is severely underpaid, correct? In terms of the percentage, right? So, yeah, you can chalk it up to funding and say, well, that's why they're really good. No, because they're just good players. They just went to a place that they knew they could be successful. And I think BYU can take that because outside of this season, which we talked about in the beginning of the pregame show, Brett, this is the worst season they've had since they started. And by the way, this team right now statistically might be worse than them. No, I'm not saying every player who are in that team meeting over on our right-hand side is bad at softball. I'm saying statistically it's not good.
Yeah.
So BYU, they have it in the bag. I mean, you rattled off 4 straight years of 30 wins. You had a couple 40-win years in a row. The sky is not falling, but if I'm a freshman, like you said, I want to develop more, and I want to get more playing time because that's the only way I can contribute in the future.
For sure. The last thing we're going to do here is we're going to go through our player of the game.
Okay.
I'll go last. No, I know what you're going to say. Go ahead. Juliana, go ahead. I know what Kate
Player of the game. Ooh. I want to see y'all's.
No, you're first.
Me? I have to? Okay.
It's part of the game.
Okay. I think, I'm going to go, I mean, to me, I don't know if it's player of the game, but I love seeing KT on both sides. I think she does a great job on both sides, and it's really exciting to see. And again, overall, really good player. So I think it's gonna go to that for sure. KT.
Her patience was on all
Yes.
cylinders today. But
Where am I going to go, Brett? I wonder where.
you're going one of two places.
Going to go dabble in the Missouri Valley Conference and bring up this player named Jackie Liss. But the reason why I'm going to talk about her is not because of today. I think I'm going to go back to she's the hardest out in the last month.
Yeah.
Her and Spearman. But she has, I think, been more timely. I think there's a difference. Spearman's put up, no disregard her, Spearman's put up moments. But Liz has kind of been there when they needed a hit. That Iowa State game, when Joelle was calling in, I was coloring. You're over there where Macy's at right now. Shout out you, Macy, producing.
Appreciate you.
I talked about how Liz can take the ball wherever she wants, and the next swing she takes it down the right field line, and that was open to scoring. Liz is kind of your new Energizer Bunny, which is what you want your cleanup hitter to do. But the growth from her to become cleanup and let Panel kind of Panel's perfect at that 5 spot now. Jackie Liss has really answered the call, and you can ride her all the way to the World Series. Same with all the other 9. So Brett, who's your player of the game?
Well,
Actually, can I have another one after you go? I have
yeah,
one
sure.
more.
I'm gonna give it to Nyjah.
Okay.
Double-digit strikeouts for BYU in this game. She took advantage. Now it's easy to say, okay, this team isn't as experienced. Okay, you take advantage of it for a reason. You don't give them a chance to get the experience. You strike them out, and you get the job done. You go back to the dugout.
Yeah.
You got 1,000 strikeouts today for your career. I don't care who you are. It's impressive. I don't care who you're going against. Getting more than 10 strikeouts in the game is otherworldly.
Well, I mean, you're joining a list of only another 106.
The elite of the elite. So,
Think how many pitchers appear in a softball season or play 4 years? Because softball is one of the only sports.
Spoiler: there's 365 Division I teams,
and everyone plays 4 years. There is no leaving early because the ASUL waits. You have to wait until the senior year. But my other player of the game, I'm going to go to BYU. Modest.
yeah.
That was a fantastic pitching day, appearance. We've never seen her, of course. This is the first time BYU's ever been to Lubbock in softball form, so it's the first time I've ever seen that. She did not pitch what the stats said.
Yeah.
And I think that proves the caveat of what makes sports and what makes talent is stats aren't everything. Stats help you kind of build an idea and a theme and a topic. Stats aren't anything. Modest really showed some stuff. I think she's another player that you need to watch out for if you're a fan. Yeah, she's a junior. She has another year. If you can kind of mold some people, get a couple people in the portal, because we've seen BYU and other programs do that now, BYU can get right back to where they were.
Absolutely.
So I was very proud of Modest. I just want to give her a shout-out because she's going to get credit for the loss. She's going to go down with a bad ERA, but it didn't show today.
Well, we're going to have Texas Tech softball back here tomorrow night. Same KTXT time, same KTXT channel. Another shout out
to KTXT guys.
Julio, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. It was a real honor.
It was a pleasure. It was really exciting.
Yeah,
I'm so glad to be here.
You got one of the lucky ones where you're solo. You get to talk more because it's with 4-person booths. It's really difficult to have 4 people.
Typically, we have someone do top of the inning, bottom of the inning, and the person that does the bottom of the inning typically gets the more time because Texas Tech is batting.
Right.
But nonetheless.
Yeah. It was a really good opportunity. Very blessed. It was a good game. So
fantastic game. Texas Tech wins this one 11-1 on 5 hits, 2 errors. 2 hits, 1 error for BYU.
Oh, I was pointing at MCOM. You're going to shout out Macy and I cut you off.
Shout out to Macy holding it down in the booth for this weekend. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without you. She's the engine that makes this thing run. Any final remarks?
No. We got 2 more games.
Get your butt out to the Tracy Sellers Field.
You also didn't play to 7. You continue the streak.
True.
I say don't play to 7. I never talk about 6.
We are about 2 months out from the Women's College World Series. So much more softball to be played right here at Tracy Sellers Field. We'll see you